What respirator is this? You need one. You do if you're a welder. This is a p100. Or the filters are anyway. This is p100 technology filters, and Miller sells it as an LPR 100 is what you're going to see this called if it's sold by Miller. This is just a generic one, I think, but they both take these p100 cartridges. Here I've got the Miller brand, but clearly I bought Ellipse or Eclipse or something like that. Almost same exact filter, same exact size, just like OEM versus generic, and they both fit into a mask that looks like this. The one that Miller makes is very, very similar, if not like almost identical. I don't want to like misrepresent, and you might have a different idea about this, but I have used both the Miller and like the Amazon special, and there's quite a bit of difference in the dollars that you're going to spend for it, and I haven't seen much of a difference. Not enough of a difference for me to purchase the more expensive one over the other until they start throwing a little incentive my way. I love them because they're low profile. They're not like those big bulky cartridges that you used to have like 20 years ago. They still have 2 adjustable straps on the back. These face parts come in several different sizes. I think mine's a large. I think you can do like small, medium, large, and extra large. Haven't looked it up, sorry. You put the one behind your neck, tighten it down a little bit, and then I always have some sort of a ball cap or my hood up or something before I put mine on and put my hood on. The only real problem I've got with it is when you put your safety glasses on, they tend to fog up. Even though you're breathing in through these and out through these, if you know, you know. Once you're under that hood, things start fogging up. They fit real well with a lot of clearance under your typical traditional full-sized fixed lens hood. But it also fits pretty well under my ESOP Sentinel, which is more low profile, kind of like hugs my face a little more, so I've got more view on my peripherals. This doesn't fit perfectly under this model of hood. Sometimes when I weld, I have to have one of my hands ready to be free. Once in a blue moon, it hangs up there, and I have to manually push it down a click. See if I can do it. See, there it's impeding, I have to go. There, now I can see. That's kind of annoying if you are a constant head bobber. You have to really give it a jerk or a click. Nah. The only other issue I can think of is if I was a man with a beard, but I mean, you're probably used to having to shave that for any kind of respirator, and if you have to wear a respirator, a particulate one, this one filters out almost 100% of the particulates from the atmosphere, and you can tell that it's really filtering them out because when this thing gets dirty, it's really hard to breathe through. You just pop them open like that. There's a little kind of a thumb screw inside here, and then you peel these filters right out, and you replace them with a new one once these get cruddy and brown and rusty and black. But this side will be nice and clean and white. I don't have an old one. I guess this is an old one I kept because I thought it still had a couple of miles on it. That's the clean inside, and that's the outside that's been sucking all of the contaminants out of the air before it gets to my lungs. So how long these P100 cartridges last is entirely up to how you use them. But whether you get the Miller version or the generic version, these are the same. That's the point. These kind of, I think, is what defines this as a P100 system, and then this shape is the low profile for welders. Most welders that I know personally who wear a respirator routinely wear these little half mask respirators. They're just fabulous. Especially if you cut your teeth on those great big round pink cartridge oh my gosh, you couldn't even get your hood down. Like you were trying to cram everything in there, and then these came out. These were really nice. And I'm not uptight about safety equipment. I never really have been. I don't think it's tough to not wear safety equipment because I don't think it's tough or wise to want to die early. It's one thing if you're uncomfortable, but like don't be weird about it. It's safety equipment. And you do look a little more terrifying when most of you is covered. Sometimes when I'm here at night alone and I'm working outside, I'll deliberately wear my hood up in like my Grim Reaper stance. And if somebody walks by, I just hit them with the heavy breathing. Also, I went to my dollar store and got this little plastic snap lock container that is the perfect size for my respirator and a couple of replacement cartridges, and that keeps this thing from getting absolutely disgusting and cruddy when I'm throwing grinding dust around here. I don't have this kicking around in a drawer or cabinet somewhere. It's in its little home. This is my respirator. I go out on site, I throw my respirator home with a respirator in my vehicle too. P100 filter technology in whatever housing you can find. P100. Excellent low profile welding respirator.